and I welcome you all with all my heart. After so many days, I'm coming live. Last time I came live on Saturday, which was a total failure because the internet was not supporting and my health was not so well. But now I'm better, and I'm here to talk about intercommunity relationships in Tripura. So, singles, doubles, gather around, triples kahi aur jaye, go somewhere else, triples, because um, you all know that Tripura has um, different, various different tribes. It has got 19 tribes. So, is it possible to have intercommunity relationship and marriages in Tripura? So, we are going to know about that. So, gather around for some spicy talks and some controversies. So, yeah, I'll be waiting for you all here. I was supposed to come live at 7 o'clock, but I had work in office. I rushed and came home at 7:15, and then now here I am with you all. So, today we are going to talk about intercommunity relationships. So, um, some days ago, I put a poll on my YouTube community. So there, uh, you guys have voted more for this topic and less for other topics. So I thought, why not talk about this? So as you all know that Tripura has got 19 different tribes. You all know there is Debarma, Jamatia, what else? Darlong, Rangkhol, Uchoy, Garo, and Kuki, and Koloy, Murasing, and what else? There are lot of last names. So our last names depend on our community, from which community we are. Okay, those who don't know, those who are watching my video from outside Tripura, for you all, I'm saying that our last names is based on which community we belong to. Okay, so as my name is Jasmine Deb Jamatia, so Deb comes from the Debarma community, which is like my mom's community, and Jamatia comes from my father's community. So yes, I'm the product of intercommunity marriage. So yes, there is possible intercommunity relationship and marriage is possible, and also there are also complexities in intercommunity relationships. Uh, so in some community it is said that you should only have relationship or marry only your own community. So there is always like, okay, now what should we do? So there are problems like that. So hi guys, I see you all here. Why don't you write your name here? I cannot see who are here, but I can see you guys are watching. So if you have such your stories, you can also share it here. Okay. So yeah, how do we live in a small state with so many communities? That is because, first of all, we were taught from our childhood that, we are all one. We are all Indians, right? And then we are all people of Tripura. So, so from our childhood itself, we never learned to discriminate because we are already living among, we are doing our preschools with lots of different community people. So That is why we never learn to discriminate. It's just default that we are all equal. So somebody wrote here, Ujjal Sarkar, hello. Hello Ujjal, welcome to my live chat. If you have any questions or you want to share anything, you can go ahead. Okay, you guys? So last time, sorry to all because I just could not make it happen that to come live, but it's okay. Better late than never. So इतने सारे ट्राइब्स हैं तो लोग कैसे रिलेशनशिप्स बरकरार रखते हैं अपना, क्या ये पॉसिबल है? It's like both yes and no. It's also possible for some communities. It depends on family, you know, that what the family thinks. If the family is broad minded, then then you won't have any problem having inter community relationships. And even if there are problem, then ultimately you guys have to stand for each other. अगर जिद नहीं करोगे तो कैसे मानेंगे, right? If you don't speak up for your partner, then how will you be with your partner, even if your parents, you know, are against it? So it depends upon your stand and your partner's stand. Anyways, so let's move on to this spicy topic, that in our village, in most of the villages, there has been a from the childhood I used to see that, you know, people, if the parents don't allow them to marry, they flee away, भाग जाते हैं. Alpana Devarma, hello, bye, Sharikaham. Sharikaham. KPI Jamatia, hi, bye, Kota. Hi, Manai. Thank you for joining me here. MD Afroz is here. Hello, D. Hello, MD. How are you all? Please write me here. So, हमारे गांव में क्या होता था? In our village, most of the village, what happens, what I saw is that when the parents don't agree, the girl will go to the guy's house and stay there for like some days, and the parents ultimately have to marry them, or the guy and the girl will just run away. So so it has been a trend, भाग के शादी करके, भाग के ले जाना and then शादी करना. So yeah, that is like what to say, काफ़ी rough tactic है, isn't it? Yeah, we can get what we want by running away, or you know, by staying at the guy's house for some days. Yeah, ultimately they have to you know, marry the couples, but you know, the rough situation the parents have to go through then. Yeah, that is why it is better to have consent from both families, but that takes a lot of effort. Like, you have to stand for your partner if your family is not convinced, but if you stand, then it can happen. So yeah, so hi guys, to everyone, those who have joined just now. We are talking about inter-community relationships in Tripura. So I heard that in some communities it is forbidden to marry other community, but they still marry those who have open-minded families. But mostly what people say is that we should only marry our community, so that our community can grow more, expand more, or our community will one day be lost. That is why. Let me read your messages. MDF Rose wrote, I'm fine, Dee. Dee, you're looking very cutie pie. Thank you so much, MD. How is your life going on, guys? Right here. So, yeah, and what my college friend, when I was in Chennai, doing my college studies and all, graduation and all, and one of my friend from Jharkhand, he said that, oh, your tribal girls are all after North Indian boys because they have crush on they don't like their tribe boys, but they like Hindi speaking boys much. And I was like, what? How did that come from? I mean, some people can have Hindi speaking boyfriends, but that doesn't mean that we are only attracted to only Hindi speaking guys or non tribal looking guys. That's not true. We also like our tribe people, but what happens is that, first of all, every girl looks for, our priority is like good guy, like understanding kind of guy, stable minded guy. So that does not have to be a Hindi speaking guy or any people out of our community. Doesn't matter to us. The guy just have to be stable minded and trustworthy. And yeah, so so I was very shocked when my college friend told that. Then I told him that, listen, this is not the case. We also date our community guys. So it only depends upon what kind of person they are. That's the only thing. So I will request you guys also that you can come and share your experiences, your views. If you know somebody who has got inter community relationships or marriage, or if they face any difficulty, you can also share, because when you share, I feel like I'm a close friend. So, I told you about our village tradition, weird village tradition, and which does not happen nowadays, but it used to happen when we were small. And then, you know, there is also, like, some people are also proposing this law that if if tribals marry non-tribals, then they don't get the facility, scheduled tribe facility. So yeah, there is also like because they don't want their community to marry other community, so some of them want to propose such law to be enforced, that if I marry, for example, if I marry a man of other community, of other place other than my tribal community, then I will have to give up my ST scheduled tribe facility, which we tribals normally get, relaxations and facilities and all. So this law is not yet enforced, but people are thinking to do so. So like if the tribals are willing to have a relationship with non-tribals, then they have to know that what is coming. Yeah, these are all just for knowledge. I mean, love and relationship should not be based on these categories. So that is just for whatever I shared is just for general knowledge. So yeah, finally, the most important thing is that whatever other people might say to us about our partner, that, oh, this person has this faults or these habits and all, but it will not work out or it will work out. But only you know how your person is. Only you know how, whether it is good or bad, whether you can work it out in the long run. So instead of listening to other people's opinion, your decision must be the final one. The final decision should be yours. How you feel about your person, how you feel about your relationship. Can you make it happen? Like, can you stay like this uh, in the long run together? So, the most important thing in relationships are all about understanding your partner, having trust and respect, and most importantly, compromise. You know, five fingers are not same, and so are people. Yeah, people are all different. All have good habits, bad habits, and I have a bad habit also. But if your person compromises, adjusts with you, not don't compromise with your rights, don't compromise with your dreams, but compromise means just adjust with their little slight behavior. If you can adjust with them, you know adjust in the sense that if you do something which makes them feel bad, then you can adjust yourself, right? Relationship is all about understanding, trust, and compromise. So if you ask, if you see the old people nowadays, breakups and divorce are like duh, like happening every time. But how did they make it happen? We just cannot understand. We just cannot understand. That's why people look up on YouTube or on Google for tips, right? So, love gurus. Yeah. So, people look up for a professional helper for their relationship. But have you ever thought how old people make it happen? I mean, how they stay together till the old age. You will be surprised that in their lifetime they also had times where they did not have equal, like same thinking. Yeah, oftentimes they got irritated by each other, but compromise, adjust, understanding, accept each other. However you both are, accept each other. That's the most important thing. And if your partner feels bad about something, then don't do it, or just talk about it. Yeah. So in this is about general relationship, but for intercommunity relationship to really be successful, I have seen many families, those who don't allow their children to get married to other community. My parents are from two different communities, but they have married. So I know that really it works. You have to take your stand, your partner's stand. You have to be firm that, yes, I need only this person in my life. So I also saw some people that whose parents don't agree, uh, you know, and they just give up, and then it never happens. So instead of listening to others' opinions, they are audience. They all see from outside. But you two guys, you two people, you two partners, you know how much deep is your relationship. Is it this much? Is it this much? Is it this much? This much depth? Or is it just upar upar, just on top, just floating, just for show? Or is it deeper? Is it more deeper? So only that you know. Only you know that. So instead of listening to others' opinion, you have to think that could you live your life with this person happily in a understanding way, knowing that relationships will not always be agreeing with each other. There will also come times that you will get irritated by your partner, that you will not agree with some things, and you will have small fights or big fights. So just remember what um, what your partner means to you, and stick around, stand for your partner, and then everything is possible. Although in our some of our tribal communities, um, like for example, don't get offended. For example, Manipuri has to marry only Manipuri. Mizo people have to marry only Mizo people. It, for example, right? So this kind of things, and some parents also worry that how their children will, after their marriage, how they will cope up, if the bride or the groom's house is somewhere else outside the state, then they get worried. So just so if your partner means to you a lot, then there should not be any problem. Just keep convincing. Also, there is an interesting fact about tribal marriages. So you all must have heard that in Shillong, the groom has to live his lifetime after marrying in bride's house. So he's like ghar jamai, yeah. So the women look after the house, the business, and the guys have to leave their home and come and live with their wives. This is in Shillong, but in our community, like I'm a Jamatia, and it's like when a Jamatia marries a woman, when a Jamatia man marries a woman, then the man has to give gifts to the women's family. So normally what we see, like in dowry system, like when bride and groom marry, uh, the bride party have to give a lot of gifts to the groom. But here it is totally different. So guys, दहेज लेने की बात भी मत सोचना. So uh, so here guys give the dowry. Guys gift the girl's family in exchange of taking their daughter. And in our tribal community, like it is mostly the women who are very much respected. And yeah, guys also have to work. Okay, if you guys like somebody of our community, among our different communities, then you must know that this prejudice thinking that women only have to be in the kitchen, women only have to do the washing and cleaning and stuff. Nope. Because in our community, like in whole northeastern region, it is like guys do the same work as the women, and women are respected all over, and men have to, groom have to give presents to bride's family, not the other way around. Yeah. So I know that some of my subscribers have are in love with people of our community. So you guys, दहेज लेने की मत सोचना. Don't think about dowry. The dowry system is no, no. And you also have to do the same work as the women do. Yeah, so support your partner equally, equal rights and equal work. So, if you ask us that how do we manage to live in such a small state with 19 different tribes, that is because we have never been taught that we are different until our marriage comes. Because when our marriage age comes, then if we if we like somebody of different community, we are being said that you should only marry your community, otherwise our community will get lost, will be lost forever, which is true. But what can we do? We cannot control love. We like someone, so we like someone. We like someone because of their qualities, their characteristics. We feel that we cannot find these characteristics in others. That is why we fall in love with them. It doesn't have to be like our community. So people have to understand. Like, so even if the proposed law is enforced that if tribal girls are marrying non-tribal men, then they have to give up their uh, scheduled tribe facilities and relaxations, and yeah, if yeah, that should be also that should also be thought after before going to the next level. So I believe that I also see some inter-community marriages, like my friend who is a DJ. Some people, those who are like staying here, must have heard about DJ Rislin. So even my friend, she married. She's a Deburma, and she married a guy from Kerala, from South India. So, which is perfectly fine. I don't know why guys are trolling her wedding. I mean, where if we go somewhere, we meet a lot of people, but if among a lot of people, if we like just this person, then what is the fault? I mean, why the trolling? So, I'm happy for her that she found her partner and they're married now. I'm really happy, and I really don't understand why people are trolling her. I mean, love just happens after talking with some people. uh, I don't find any reason to troll. Like some people says that, oh, this is such a waste that she married him. uh, I don't think so. I mean, you cannot understand uh, like how we suddenly fall in love with someone, and the other people may think that, oh, she does not deserve him, he does not deserve her, etc. But only those guys know that they understand each other. They want to be together. Okay, so just understand, guys, those who are trolling them. And yeah, it's all about being open minded. If your family is supportive, then very well. And if your family is not supporting, then you guys have to stand for each other, guys. बहुत लोग बहुत कुछ बोलेंगे. A lot of people will talk a lot of things. किसकी किसकी बात सुनोगे? Like whose opinion are you going to listen? The opinion which matters is only yours. What's in your heart? What do you feel about your person when you're alone? What do you feel about your person when you are in a difficult situation? Does your partner support you, or does your partner just runs away and don't want to deal with it? So these are the factors how you know that, yeah, you have your partner well selected and or not. Difficult situations teach us which person will stay with us or not. So always don't rush for relationships, always watch, take time and then trust, and then when you really trust that person, don't let them go. Take the stand. Okay? Take the stand and it sometimes I see my friends, they love each other but their parents don't agree, and then they go both other ways because maybe the girl does not take stand because she's shy. So that is awful. When you guys love each other, then have the guts to stand for each other and speak for each other. Only you know how your relationship is. Is it just show off? Is it deeper? Is it more deeper? You can trust your person with your closed eyes. When you are in difficult situation, you know that person is going to stay there for you. So then just go for it. Don't look back and don't listen to others' opinion. All right. So yes, intercommunity marriages and relationships are possible. Are possible. Yes, I'm a product of intercommunity relationships. So you guys, only MD of Roses here, other guys who used to always comment, they are, I guess, busy somewhere else. Okay. So yeah, finally, relationships are all about trust, understanding, compromise, and respect. So, so I wish you all the best for your relationships. And oh, there is also one thing. Very recently, like 2 days before, I got a message from a subscriber that why are you teaching Kogborok? Like, please don't do such videos. And I was like, what? Like, that those people who will know Kogborok, then our Kogborok will get even more spread and will be known more. And because we live in a country and in a state with so many different communities, isn't it wonderful that everybody knows a little bit of Kogborok? Yeah. So always look to the brighter side, and the stories that I told you in this live chat are only for general knowledge and for fun. Okay. So I'm not telling that this decision or this thing is good or bad. I'm just simply sharing. You can agree or disagree with whatever I say. But as you all know that in my channel, I always talk about positive sides. This channel is all about motivation, so you can watch my other videos. If you want to learn Kogborok, there is a playlist of Learn Kogborok with Me series, and there is also playlist of if um, you know places where you can roam around. There is also playlist of motivation where I have talked about a lot of deeper things which we go through, in our daily lives. We go through problems in our daily lives, and how can you deal with it mentally? So all about that I have spoken. So you can reach me out in my Instagram, Facebook, and through Gmail also. Okay, the links will be given in the description box below this video after this live. So I will take a leave now. So I hope that you all are fine, and thank you so much that you all wished me well when I was sick. Thank you so much, all of you, for caring for me, and thank you so much for sticking around. So yeah, take care. And corona has not gone. So just yesterday 26 people were corona positive. So don't take it easy, okay? Even if we have got corona vaccine, but let me tell you, corona vaccine only stops the progress of the infection. Not, it does not stops the infection, it just stops the progress of the infection. So follow all the guidelines, okay? Follow all the safety guidelines to be safe. Yeah, thank you for sticking around. See you next time in my next video. Bye.